Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, there's a couple of things we haven't mentioned lately, one of which is online Sudoku competitions. And that is relevant now. I just checked into the Sudoku Grand Prix. I haven't received any emails about this, but this is coming up. This week is the first round of the 8-round Sudoku Grand Prix. It's called the Grand Prix, I think, because it goes through 8 rounds, a bit like the Formula One season. Well, I mean, that goes for many, but this one runs from January through to just the beginning of August, as you can see. That's why we haven't had any for a while in this competition. And traditionally, the top 8 or 10 from the competition have met at the World Sudoku Championship on one evening there and had a final of this. Obviously, in COVID times, that didn't happen last year. I think there was another way in which there was a final. Anyway, what you have to do during the weekend, as you can see, round 1, January 15th to the 18th, the puzzle's set by Bulgaria. Now, you have to become, I think you just have to log in to the World Puzzle Federation site. And then on the weekend, you have to choose a time when you have an hour and a half free. And you click in, I think I can't remember quite. You click on competition puzzles here. And once you are logged in and you click give me the password for the puzzle file, you then have an hour and a half. Now that time has to include A, printing out the puzzles to solve them. B, they're not online solves, so you can't do it that way. B, solving the puzzles, which is the large part of the time, obviously. And then C, entering, I think it's 2 rows or something like that for each puzzle as the solution in the solution page. So some people take one go, probably I did, I think, take one go at this to really understand how it works, and then they can do a proper go the second time round. But if you want to feature in the tournament, I think the way the scoring has worked in the past, you have to register scores in 6 rounds, or rather they drop your 2 worst scores. So if you didn't turn up to a couple of them, that's 2 zeros that won't count. And everybody will be judged on their 6 best scores. That's how the scoring system works to decide the overall winner. Anyway, the point about this is the best people in the world enter this. If I remember to enter at the weekend, I would hope to sneak into the top 50. And better than that is extraordinarily unlikely. In fact, these days I might not even make that. And, you know, I'm not too bad at these puzzles. Anyway. Normally, they would have the instruction booklet for this round up a week before it begins, but they haven't. On the other hand, when you click on instruction booklet here, you get the instruction booklet for the last round of last year. And I looked at that, and the puzzles are set by Bastien Vielgame. And I mean, we think he's a fantastic setter. So that's quite interesting anyway. So I flipped to the last puzzle in the set called... well, I won't bring it up. What was going on in this set was there was a standard variant like Killer Sudoku, and then a liar version of that variant. Here we had liar Killer Sudoku, in which exactly one marked cage displays a wrong sum. So I thought I'd have a look at this zones puzzle. It's a slightly simpler killer in a way, in that the digits given in the corner of the cages must appear in the cage. Digits can repeat in cages, but in the liar version, which we've got here, digits similarly appear in the corner of the cage, but in each cage, one of these digits that appears is wrong, which is intriguing. So it's a liar puzzle as well, and that's the other thing we haven't done for a while. So I thought I'd have a go at this for today's video. And now I am also due to read out the names of people who have entered our January reward puzzle on Patreon, who have completed the puzzle successfully, sent us the one-word answer. And today I am therefore mentioning Travis and Rachel, Eric Bill, Kinjal Rasu, Joran Zelts, and Dave Mugridge. So the next person we get will bring the total of correct solvers who've sent us their answers up to 60. And thank you to everybody who's written to us about the puzzle. It seems to have been very popular. There's also, of course, other great stuff on Patreon, including a couple of days ago, Simon solving an intense Yagellin puzzle. It's not a long video, but it's a really interesting puzzle type, very common puzzle type actually at the World Puzzle Championships, and it's a very interesting video actually. So if you are one of our patrons, you can see that on the Patreon channel. We also have apps, of course, that you can buy. We'd love you to subscribe. And all of that said, let's have a look at this puzzle now, and do try it on the link below the video. Now remember the rules, normal Sudoku rules. In these cages, 2 of these numbers appear in the cage and the other one doesn't. That's basically, numbers can repeat in cages. So those are the rules. Give it a try. I'm going to give it a go now. Let's get cracking. Let's try and do some regular Sudoku without having to think too much about the cages, and maybe something will fall into our laps. So we've got a couple of 3s there, 8s in one of those 2 cells. This isn't going to go very far because you can see from the given digits. Oh, by the way, I'm not absolutely sure Bastian set this puzzle. This is the example puzzle. It will probably be a bit easier than the one in the competition. He might not have, although since I haven't heard of the puzzle type before, he probably did. Now, that didn't get very far, so I'm going to have to think about these cages. This one is interesting. 4, 5, let me get rid of the pencil mark actually, because that's obscuring the number. 4, 5, 8 is in the corner of this one. Clearly it cannot contain 4, 5 and 8, because up here you couldn't put one of either 4 or 5. So what does that mean? I mean, we know it doesn't contain 4, 5 and 8, but it does contain 2 of them. Does that mean this cell has to be a 4 or a 5? One of 4 or 5 must be in it. The other one is a liar. Yeah, one of those is 4 or 5. 8 must be in the cage because it's one of 4 or 5 that is the liar. So 8 can go in here, so it didn't need the pencil mark. And this one could be anything at all. It's, well, anything except, oh, well, I mean, it could be, I was going to say anything except 4 and 5 based on the pencil mark, but it obviously can't be that because all these numbers are looking at it. So it is, in fact, 2, 3, or 9 just by Sudoku. So that places an 8 and felt like a victory, but wasn't. Ah, this cage is better. Look, there's a 2 in the box. So obviously 2 is the liar digit. So 5 and 6 are in the cage. We don't really need to think any more about that, having filled in the 5. Okay, but that sends us back across the grid and makes that a 4. Now, are there any? I should look for these giveaway cages. I bet there won't be any. 2, 6, 9 there. No. We don't even know if 6 is in it, which would be quite helpful if we did. Don't know. Here, 1, 4, 5. Ah, yeah, this is now we've got that 4. This is the same principle as the 4, 5, 8 was. 4 or 1 must be the liar. So 5 is definitely in it. And this one is 4 or 1. Whichever one isn't the liar of those 2 must appear here. So that's 1 or 4. 5's definitely in it, so that's there. And then this number can't be 1, 4, 8, 5, or 9, which is in the box. So 2, 3, 6, or 7. So a little bit of progress there. Ah, 5 and 5 here. Just by regular Sudoku, these cells are ruled out. So 5's in this cage, which means it's not the liar digit there. But on the other hand, doesn't tell us whether we either have a 9 there or a 1 there by the clue, because the other one must be a liar. Right, 3, 5, 8. Again, all these numbers are looking at it. If 3 was the liar, 8 is here. If 8 is the liar, what does that mean? 3 is here. Or if 5 is the liar, 3 is here. But, and there's a 5 looking at that cell. I don't think that helps us actually resolve it. Ah, here's a good one. Right, 6, 7, 8, but none of them can be a 7. So 7 is the liar. 6 and 8 are in the cage. Don't really know how to use it, but I know what the liar is. And here, 8, 6, and 2. I mean, if 8 is a true number, 8's there, but I don't see... I mean, this is astonishing that there's enough information in this puzzle. Right, 5s. 5, 5, and 5. We can place 5 up there in box 3. 1 must now be in one of those two. I think regular Sudoku has to be the answer at this point. Okay, 6 is in one of those, and 6 is there. Right, 6 goes in the cage in one of those two cells, so it's not there, and it's not... We knew 6 wasn't the liar. That's not actually all that helpful. 4 is in one of those two by the placing that we've done of 4s. 5 somewhere there, that's not very useful. Wow, this is hard. Maybe there's a cage somewhere where all the digits are looking at one cell, which would establish... Ah, look, now we've got that 5, yes. This is the same principle again. 5 or 8 is the liar, and the other one goes in here. 3 is not the liar and goes in here. Crumbs. I mean, it's piecemeal though, isn't it? That could be any of 2, 4, 7, or 9. Trying to bear in mind as well that we can have repeats in these cages, but I don't think that's mattered next. It's so unexpected in a killer style puzzle that I might forget that. Now, where else can we go? This is weird puzzle to consider. This is what I have trouble with liar puzzles, is that I find them so confusing. They really throw your standard assumptions. So 1, 5, 9 here. Now, those can't be 9. Those can't be 1. So either there's a 1 here or a 9 here. But then the other one won't even appear in the cage. 6, 2, 9 here. Maybe there's some interaction between 6s and 2s between these 3 cages. No, there's no... We know that there's no 2 in that. That was just a lie. This is tricky. Right, 3s. Those 3s that appear. One of them here. If 3 was there... Just don't know how that helps. Look, 5. Looking down at what I've put in as a 5 or an 8. Okay, sorry about that. That's an 8. That takes 8, which must appear in this cage, out of those two. Right, there we go. So 8 goes there, 6 goes there. 6 in the middle box is in one of those two cells. We don't know what that is, but we do know it's not. Yeah, we know it's not a 7. Okay, 8, 8. Right, we can place 8 in row 2. 5, 8, 3, 6, 4. Exactly as I suspected. This grinds to a halt very quickly. 6s, 4s, no. 8, 6, 5. There's probably going to be a naked single at some point. This is 2, 3, 9, just like that cell. One has got limited there to those. That's not quite useful enough yet. That can't be 8 or 6. One of those has to be in this cage at least, so it would have to be in these cells. I can't see how that solves anything. 5's in one of those 3. 9 and 7 aren't in those 3. Is that useful? not obviously. 3 is not there, and now not there. So 3 is definitely in one of these two. That means 3 is here in box 9. Okay, that is useful. It places 3 in this cage. And now we know that these are from 2, 6, and 9, because the 3 is replacing the liar. Wow, how do we use that? 2, 6, or 9 there. 5, 1, 3, 4, 8. Ooh. No, I mean, we can't assume they're all gone. Right, 3 somewhere up here. I mean, for an example puzzle, I hope this was used at some point as a genuine puzzle in some field, because this is really intricate, actually. 9, 8, 3, 5, 6 or 7, no. 1 of 6 or 7 must be up here. 4, 5, 8, 6, 3 is in one of those cells in box 2. I know what that is. 3's in one of those cells in box 5. So there's only 2 possible places for 3. In column 6, that's not helping us yet. Oh, that can't be 2. Never could be. Don't know why I filled it in. 5, 7, 2. That is 4 or 9. If that was 9, we'd definitely have 6, 2 here, 7 here, 8 here, 4 here. Ooh, 8's actually, no, I mean, that's just a chain. It doesn't prove anything, and it did work. If it had broken, that might have been more interesting. One of those is a 6, 5, 6, 8, 3, 2, 4. Ooh, one of these is a 7. That's not very interesting. Wow, okay, this is still very stubborn. 8 and 8. Right, 8 can be placed here. Sorry if you saw that. That's irritating. Right, 3 can't be in the cage or there'd be 2 liars. So we can get rid of that 3, put it in there, which removes that 3 as a possibility. In fact, no, we're not resolved between 3's. In those cages, basically, we've got all the other 3's, but those are all possible positions. Now, 1, 5, and 9 must supply 2 of these digits. 8 is in one of those, forming a sort of X-wing with the other remaining 8's in the grid. Right, 5. 5 can't be there, so 5 is in one of these 2 cells. Oh, I've got 5 marked with only 1 pencil mark there. Yes, 5 and 5, sorry. Right, 5 goes in. That's 1 or 9. We know it's not 1, so it's 9. That's now not 9. 3, 6, 7, 4, 9. 6 or 1. One of these 2 is a 5 by Sudoku. Doesn't get much done. Still got the 8's to finish. That wasn't done. This 9, did that help anything? Stops this being a 9. Oh, 1 there is now confined to one of these 2. That confines 1 to one of these 2 cells. That's lovely. Look, that 1 there rules out those 2. So 1 becomes one of those. That rules out those. And given that 1, 1 goes in there. And now the 1 in column 2 must be there, which hasn't established, has it, what the liar is? Because this can still be 2 or 6. No, it can't. That must be the 6. Puts in the 7. Yes, that's good. Now we've got 4, 9 pair. 3 there. 1 in the other cell in the row. That can't be a 3. Now that 1 gives us the 1 that started off this whole chain down here. This has to be, and this is naked single 2. 4 and 9 are a pair. 5, 1, 8, 6 in one of those. We knew that. 6, 2, 8, 9. This is a naked single. 7. 3 must be there and 5 there. Now that has replaced the lyre, so these must include 2 of 2, 6 and 8. Oh no, hang on. This is now a 6, 7 pair. That's more useful. 2, 4 here. 9 goes up there. 2 and 1 in the row to go. 2, 9 pair at the top here. That's a 3. This now is seen by a 1, so that's a 4. 2, 5, 6 triple here. 8, 1, 3. Now we've got to fit in 4, 9 and 7 in the other cells. That's not a 2, therefore. That's 7 or 9. That, oh, could be any of them. Irritating. Right, what's going on in the final column? 9, 3, 8, 4, 5. 1. Ooh, that's 1 or 2. This is... 2s are very unresolved here. That's irritating. Right, that 4 has sorted out the 9-4 pair, though. So we've got 9 or 7 there. Ah, it can't be a 7, or we'd have 2 lyres. So that's a 9. 6 or 7 there. This has to be 2 or 6. Has to be 2 now. 1, 8, 1. Really no possibilities for jumping into beast mode in this puzzle. Because there's not much left to do, basically. 7, ah, that's nice. 2, 6, 9 there. 2 and 9 at the top. And 1, 8, so that is now 4 and 9 are resolved. We get an 8 here. What an intriguing puzzle. 1, 8, 3, 5, 7, 9 here. So 7 in the middle, 5 there, 9 there. 4, 6, 2 to go in here. Let's just get rid of that. Ah, well, 6, 2 have to be in the cage. We're still using the clues. That 4 fixes this as a 7, 4. 7, 6 are fixed in the middle. Are the 2, 4 fixed? Yes. And that fixes this 6, 2. 1 triple left to resolve. 5, 6 and... Oops, let's type it right. 5, 6 and 2. And there we go. Nice puzzle. That was, as I say, only the example puzzle for the Lyre Zones puzzle that was used in round 8 of last year's Sudoku Grand Prix. And this year's first round is coming up this weekend. So if you want to measure how you're doing against many people, I expect there will be over 500 entrants. And they will include, as I say, most of the world's absolute best solvers. So you will be able to rank yourself worldwide in some way. Do give it a go if you're interested in doing that, but you will need a printer. Now, thanks very much for watching and hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.